Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning,
Good
ma'am.
morning, all of you.
Morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Do you remember what
Good
we were
morning,
discussing
ma'am.
in the last class?
Yes, ma'am. Adventures of Toto.
Adventures of
Adventures of Toto. Very good. Did you go through the portion?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All of you?
Take the.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, very good. So shall I ask you some questions?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. First question is to Isha. Isha,
Ma'am.
switch on your camera. Question is to you. Where did grandfather buy Toto from and why? Where did grandfather buy Toto from and why?
Ma'am, the grandfather bought Toto from a Tonga driver,
Mm,
and he bought it because this monkey was tied to a feeding trough,
mm,
and the monkey looked so out of place.
mm.
So
Very
the
good.
father,
Very good. Perfect answer. Grandfather bought Toto from a Tonga driver for the sum of 5 rupees. And this monkey was tied to a feeding trough. So he looked out of place. So that grandfather thought that he could add this little monkey to his private zoo. All right. Next question. Next question is to Rachel George. Rachel,
yes, ma'am.
describe Toto, the monkey that was brought by grandfather.
Ma'am, he had a bright eyes that
Yes.
sparkled with mischief beneath the
Mm,
deep-set eyebrows,
mm.
and his teeth, which were a pearly white, and very often displayed in a smile that frightened the life out of elderly Anglo-Indian ladies. But
Don't look
his
and read.
and he had a tail that
Mm.
that acted as a third hand.
He also had a tail which acted as a third
Third
hand.
hand.
All right. Next question. Next question is to Fizan.
Yes, ma'am.
Mm. Why did narrator and his grandfather hide Toto? Why did narrator and his grandfather hide Toto?
But she didn't like the Toto. She was irritated.
Who was irritated?
The mother.
Who was irritated?
His wife.
Whose wife?
The
Fizan, why are you making it complicated? Say it simply.
his, his wife is irritated to the monkey animals.
Ah, grandfather's wife, which means the author's grandmother. Grandmother does not like
Like
any
the
of the pets. She always
irritated.
first, she always get irritated whenever grandfather brought any birds
Animal.
or animals to the house. All right. Then next question is to Roshan. Roshan,
Yes, ma'am.
where did grandfather hide Toto after his escape from the closet? We find that since grandmother did not like any of the pet animals at home, grandfather and the author decided to keep or hide Toto in a closet. But Toto escaped from the closet. So where did grandfather decide to put Toto? Toto was
Yeah.
transferred to?
Uh,
Hmm.
he no.
Huh.
He
Toto was transferred to? Okay, Lena, can you just help Roshan?
Toto was transferred to a big cage of servants' quarters where a number of animals
Uh,
was
lived
lived
sociably.
socially.
Toto was transferred. Roshan, listen. Toto was transferred to a big cage in servants' quarters where a number of animals lived sociably. Roshan, repeat the answer.
Toto was transferred to a big cage in the
Hmm.
servants' quarters
Hmm.
where a number of
Number of animals
animals were
lived
lived together.
peacefully. Okay. Next question is to Raya. Raya, name the animals which were in grandfather's cage or private zoo.
Animals were a tortoise,
A
pair of
tortoise.
rabbits,
Tortoise.
a tortoise,
Tortoise.
a pair of rabbits,
A pair of
a,
rabbits.
a tame squirrel,
A
and
tame
the
squirrel and
other's goat.
Author's pet goat. All right. So very good. So children, we are going to continue with the today's portion. Okay. So for those who were absent, please have a look at the pictures. I'll quickly recapitulate what we discussed in the previous class. This is the author Ruskin Bond, who is famous for children's works. And here we have some of the collection of his works. And this is the title, The Adventures of Toto by Ruskin Bond. And in the story, we find a baby monkey as the central character, and his name is Toto. Okay, and Toto is a very mischievous monkey. And here we have few pictures of Toto. He's cute, but he's very mischievous. Grandfather brought Toto from a Tonga driver. This is an image of a Tonga vehicle. Okay, Tonga is a light two-wheeled vehicle on which a horse is drawn, and it is used as a carriage for transportation. This is an image of Tonga. And the person who is driving Tonga is known as Tonga driver. And here we have the image of a feeding trough. Toto was tied to a feeding trough by Tonga driver, and grandfather found it out of place, so he thought he can add Toto also to his private zoo. And what is the peculiarity of Toto? Toto had bright eyes. He had got a bright eyes. He was a pretty monkey. He had bright eyes, and he had also had a pearly white teeth, which is often displayed while he smiled. And when he smiled, that smiled literally made Anglo-Indian ladies frightened. And another peculiarity of Toto was that his brown hands. His hands were quick and his fingers were quick and wicked, and his hands looked dried up as if it had been pickled in the sun for many years. So in all these pictures, we can see Toto had a very black or dark hands, which were quick and wicked. Another peculiarity of Toto is his tail. This tail served as a third hand for Toto. And this tail helped him to hang from one branch to the other. Children, are you all able to see the pictures?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So you can see in this picture, Toto is jumping from one branch to another. And this tail also served as, this tail helped him to scoop up any kind of delicacy which was out of his hand's reach. And later on, we find that when Toto was brought into the house, Toto's presence was kept as a secret because grandmother did not like any of the animals or pets to be brought into the house. So grandfather and the author decided to put Toto in a closet. This is the image of a closet. Closet means a wardrobe. Okay. And he was fastened to a wall with the help of a peg. This is an image of peg. Okay. And after a few hours, when grandfather and the author came, they found that Toto had torn this blazer. This is an image of a blazer. Blazer means a colored jacket worn by school students as a part of their uniform. Okay. So when grandfather and the author came to the room after a few hours, they found that this blazer was torn into shreds by this little naughty monkey. This is an image of shred, paper shred. This is an image of shred of clothes. And here we have the shredded piece of mozzarella. Okay. So from this all, we can understand that Toto is very naughty. And later on, we come to know that there are other animals in grandfather's private zoo. That's a tortoise, a pair of rabbits, then a squirrel, then we have a pet goat. Okay. And Toto was transferred to a big cage in servants' quarters where these animals lived peacefully or sociably. But we find that Toto did not allow any of the other animals to sleep peacefully. So grandfather decided to take Toto with him to which place?
Dehradun.
Dehradun.
Dehradun. Why? Why he has to go to Dehradun?
Take his pension from
Yes,
Saharanpur.
to collect his pension. In order to collect his pension, he has to go to Dehradun in Saharanpur. So grandfather decided to take Toto also with him to collect his pension in Saharanpur, as Toto did not allow any of the animals to sleep peacefully at night. Okay, and later on we find that a black big canvas bag was provided for Toto, and some straws were spread at the bottom of this canvas bag, and it became his abode. Abode means place of residence or house. Okay, Toto was put into a big black canvas bag and he was zipped lock. So Toto did not get any chance to come out. Toto waited until grandfather reached Saharanpur, and at the time of producing the ticket, when grandfather opened the bag, Toto poked his head out and gave a wide grin to the ticket collector. What do you mean by grin? Grin means?
Smile.
Smile. Very good, Eva. Smile. Grin means smile. So Toto poked his head out of the black canvas bag and he gave a wide grin to the ticket collector. Ticket collector was taken aback. Ticket collector was shocked to see an animal coming out of the bag. And he considered Toto not as a monkey, but as a
Dog.
dog. Yes, he considered Toto not as a monkey, but as a dog. And he asked grandfather to pay the sum of how much rupees he has to pay as ticket fare?
3 rupees.
3 rupees. Very good, Raya. 3 rupees. Grandfather had to pay 3 rupees as a ticket fare. Okay, so that is where we stopped in the last class, isn't it? Okay, so we'll continue. Page number 8. The poor man was taken aback, but with great presence of mind and much to grandfather's annoyance, he said, so you have a dog with you. I'm just reading those lines. Okay, we have already completed. I'm just reading it. Look into your textbook. Sir, you have a dog with you. You will have to pay for it accordingly. In vain did grandfather take Toto out of the bag. In vain did he try to prove that a monkey did not qualify as a dog or even as a quadruped. Quadruped means an animal with 4 feet. Toto was classified a dog by the ticket collector, and 3 rupees was the sum handed over as his fare. Then grandfather, just to get his own back, took from his pocket our pet tortoise and said, what must I pay for this since you charge for all animals? The ticket collector looked closely at the tortoise, prodded it with his forefinger. Prodded means poke with a finger. And gave grandfather a pleased and triumphant look and said, no charge, it is not a dog. So that's where we stopped in the last class. I hope the previous portion is clear to you. Do you have any doubts? Children, do you have any doubts?
No, ma'am.
No. So shall we move to today's topic?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Page number 9. Aaron, read loudly.
When Toto was finally accepted by grandmother, he was given a comfortable home in the stable, where he had for a companion the family donkey
Companion, family donkey, Nana.
On Toto's first night in the stable, grandfather paid him a visit to see if he was comfortable. To his surprise, he found Nana without apparent cause, pulling at her halter and trying to keep her head as far as possible from a bundle of hay.
All right. Thank you, Aaron. When Toto was finally accepted by grandmother, he was given a comfortable home in the stable where he had for a companion the family donkey, Nana. What do you mean by stable? Stable is a farm building where the horses or donkeys are kept. Okay. Stable is a farm building where horses or donkeys are kept. So initially we find that Toto's presence was a secret in the house. Okay, because grandmother did not like grandfather bringing any of the pet animals to the house. But now, when grandmother was in a good mood, grandfather and the author decided to tell her about Toto. And when she came to know about Toto, he was given a comfortable home, a comfortable place in the stable. Who was there in the stable? Who was there in the stable?
Family
Donkey.
Ah, yes, very good. Family donkey. And what is her name?
Nana.
Nana. So we have one more character, another animal in grandfather's private zoo. Okay, where he had a companion, the family donkey, Nana. On Toto's first night in the stable, grandfather paid him a visit to see if he was comfortable. So when Toto escaped from the closet, he was transferred to a big cage in servants' quarters where the animals like a pair of rabbits, squirrel, tortoise, and a pet goat lived peacefully. Okay. Now, again, Toto was shifted to another place. He was shifted to a stable. I'll show you the image of stable. Here we have the image of stable. Okay, a modified stable. Yes. Okay, so this is the image of a stable, a farm building where you keep horses or donkeys. So in this table, we have another animal, that is family donkey, Nana. So Toto was shifted to this table along with Nana. And let's see how Toto behaves in the stable. Grandfather wanted to see whether Toto is comfortable in his new place. So he paid a visit at night, and to his surprise, he found Nana without apparent cause pulling at her halter and trying to keep her head as far as possible from a bundle of hay. So what is happening here? We know that Toto is a very naughty or a mischievous monkey. So she is irritating Nana also. Look at this. To his surprise, to whose surprise? To whose surprise?
grandfather's surprise.
Yes, very good. To grandfather's surprise, he saw something strange. Without apparent cause, apparent, write down the meaning, clear or visible, without having any clear cause or without having any visible reason. What is Nana doing? Nana was pulling at her halter. I'll show you the image. What is a halter? Here we have the image of halter. Can you see a yellow rope here tied around the neck?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, this is what you call as halter. So halter is a rope or a strap placed around the head of a horse or a donkey or any other animal to lead it or to tether it. Tether means to restrict it. Okay, so this rope is called a halter. So what was Nana doing at night? To grandfather's surprise, he saw that without any visible cause, without any clear reason, Nana was pulling at her halter and trying to keep her head as far as possible from a bundle of hay. Hay means? What do you mean by hay?
Food that horses and lead.
Dried straw. Dried straw. In Malayalam, you would say vaikol. I hope it is clear. Dried straw is known as hay. Okay. Which is given to feed these donkeys. So
Apparent can you say?
apparent means clear or visible. Apparent means clear or visible. So without having any particular reason, Nana was pulling at her halter and trying to keep her head as far as possible from the bundle of hay. Grandfather gave Nana a slap across her haunches. What do you mean by slap? Slap means?
Yes.
A strike or a hit with the palm of your hand. A strike or a hit with the palm of your hand. Across her haunches. I'll show you the image of haunch. What is a haunch? Haunch. Yes. Can you see the upper part of this donkey? The top part?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. This is what you call as haunches. So grandfather gave Nana a slap across her haunches and she jerked back. Jerked means made a quick movement. She moved backward quickly, dragging Toto with her. Dragging means pulling along forcefully. She moved backward quickly, pulling Toto also with her. So let's see what is Toto doing. he had fastened. Fastened means tied. He had tied onto her long ears with his sharp little teeth. So this is the reason why Nana was getting irritated. What is this little monkey, naughty monkey doing? Toto had fastened. Look at this picture. Look at this. Toto had fastened. He had tied on to her long ears with his sharp little teeth. Can you all see this image, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Naughty Toto is on top of Nana and he was biting Nana's ears with his little teeth. And that is the reason why Nana was getting irritated. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. All right. Toto and Nana never became friends. Okay. So in the stable also, Toto created big problems. Shall we move to the next paragraph?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Navaneet, read.
Ma'am,
Page number 9, last paragraph.
a great tear from Toto during cold winter
A great
evening.
treat for Toto.
A great treat for Toto during cold winter evening was the large boil of warm water given him by grandmother for his bath. He would cunningly test the temperature with his hand, then guardedly gradually step into the bath. First one foot,
and then
the other, as he
had seen me doing,
until he was into the
water.
Until he was into the water up to his knee.
Up to his neck. All right. Shweta, read the remaining. Shweta.
Once comfortable, he would take a soap in his hand or feet and rub himself all over. When the water became cold, he would get out and run as quickly as he could into the kitchen fire in order to dry himself. If anyone laughed at him during the performance, Toto's feeling would be hurt. And he would refuse to go on with his bath. One day, Toto nearly succeeded boiling himself alive.
All right. Thank you. So listen, children. A great treat for Toto during cold winter evenings was the large bowl of warm water given by grandmother for his bath. So what was a great treat during the cold winter evenings? Grandmother used to give him a large bowl of warm water to have his bath. That was considered as a great treat for Toto. He would cunningly test the temperature with his hand. You know that this primates, these monkeys are very intelligent, just like human beings. So what did he do? He would cunningly test the temperature with his hand, then gradually step into the bath. First one foot and then the other, as he had seen me doing, until he was into the water up to his neck. So Toto was very intelligent. He was cunning enough to test the temperature of the water. And then first he would touch with his hands to see whether the water is in a warm temperature. And then he would step his first foot and then the other. And slowly he will immerse himself in the water up to his neck. I'll show you some interesting pictures. Here we have, the image is not the exact image, but still, see? The monkey, the baby monkey is in the water. He is having a bath. Okay. And after testing the temperature, what he would do? Once comfortable, he would take the soap in his hands or feet and rub himself all over. The monkey is having a very good shower, just like we human beings. So look at this image. Here we have, yes, monkey. Monkey has got a dove bathing lotion. And see, when he is very comfortable, he would immerse himself in the water. Okay. So that is a normal practice how Toto takes his bath. Once comfortable, he would take the soap in his hands or feet and rub himself all over. When the water became cold, when the warm water becomes cold, he would get out and run as quickly as he could to the kitchen fire in order to dry himself. Okay, so Toto is very intelligent, very cunning. He knows how to test the temperature of the water. After testing the temperature of the water, he would put his one foot and then the next, and then he would apply the soap all over the body and he would wash himself. And once the water becomes cold, he would run as quickly as near to the kitchen fire to make himself dry. Are you able to imagine the entire scene?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good. If anyone laughed at him during this performance, Toto's feelings would be hurt. Poor Toto. If somebody laughs at him, he would feel hurt. And he would refuse to go on with his bath. Later on, he would never go for bathing. One day, Toto nearly succeeded in boiling himself alive. Oh my goodness. Huh? Something strange happened one day. He boiled himself alive. He literally boiled himself in the hot water, very hot water. A large kitchen kettle had been left on the fire. A large kitchen kettle had been left on the fire. Here you have the image. A large kitchen kettle had been left on the fire to boil for tea. Why was the kettle kept on fire? Was it meant for Toto?
No, it was
No, ma'am, it's to boil.
In order to prepare tea. A large kettle was left on the fire to boil for tea. And Toto, finding himself with nothing better to do, decided to remove the lid, finding the water just warm enough for a bath. Okay, Toto did not find anything to do, so he thought that he would remove the lid of the kettle and he will have a fantastic bath. He got in with his head sticking out from the open kettle. So he got into the kettle with his head out. Toto then raised himself a little, but finding it cold, sorry, I missed out one line. Yes. He got in with his head sticking out from the open kettle. This was just fine for a while until the water began to boil. So usually grandmother used to give him a warm water to have a good bath. Okay. But now what is the scene? The kettle is kept on the fire to boil and the water was meant to for preparing. Water was meant for preparing tea. So definitely we know that in order to prepare tea, water has to boil very well. Okay, so Toto did not know that the kettle was on the fire. When he checked the water's temperature, it was all fine for him. So he got into the kettle. So the moment he got into the kettle, the water was just becoming warm. Children, are you able to follow?
yes, ma'am.
Yes. The moment he got into the kettle, the water was just becoming warm. And when he poked his head out, he found that the climate was so cold. So he immersed himself in the water. But after some time, what happened? What happened?
He till raised.
What happened? The water started to boil. After some time, water started to boil because the kettle is on fire. Toto then raised himself a little, but finding it cold outside, sat down again. The scene is quite interesting. He continued hopping up and down for some time until grandmother arrived and hauled him half boiled out of the kettle. Hauled means pulled out. Hauled. Hauled means pulled in. So Toto, when he poked his head out, he found that the climate is cold outside. So it is winter. Remember, it is winter season. Okay. So when he poked his head out of the kettle, he thought that the climate is cold. So he remained inside the water itself. But by the time the warm water became so hot because it started to boil as the kettle is on the fire. And he continued hopping up and down because he was not able to bear the heat of the water. He started hopping up and down. And what happened? By the time grandmother came to the kitchen, she found that Toto was almost half boiled. Huh? Just like we do eat half boiled egg and all. By the time Toto became in a half boiled condition, and grandmother pulled him out of the kettle. Is this part clear to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So this was a funny, interesting incident that was performed by Toto. How did Toto boil himself alive? Okay. This is how he boiled himself alive. If there is a part of the brain especially devoted to mischief, that part was largely developed in Toto. He was always tearing things to pieces. So Toto's hands, his hands were very quick and wicked. He had a wicked hands, and that was too quick. So he never sits simply, but he was doing one mischief after the other. And he was tearing things into pieces. He was destroying everything. Whatever things comes into his sight, he was destroying. Whenever one of my aunts came near him, he made every effort to get hold of her dress and tear a hole in it. So what did Toto do? Whenever Toto saw the author's aunt coming near to him, Toto would grab her dress and he would make a hole on it. Okay. Shall we continue?
Yes, ma'am.
Moving on to the last part of the story. One day at lunchtime, a large dish of pulao. Okay, here we have the image of Toto getting into the boiling water. Yes, one day a large dish of pulao was kept on the dining table. We entered the room to find Toto stuffing himself with rice. My grandmother screamed and Toto threw a plate at her. See how this naughty monkey is behaving? When grandmother saw that the Toto was eating pulao, very tasty pulao, which was kept on the dining table. Grandmother screamed at Toto and Toto threw a plate on her. One of my aunts rushed forward and received a glass of water in the face. Look at this image. Toto is having a glass of water, and this glass of water was flashed onto aunt's face. When grandfather arrived, Toto picked up the dish of pulao and made his exit through the window. We found him in branches of the jackfruit tree. See how quick this fellow is. Toto is now on the branches of the jackfruit tree. Children, I hope you are all viewing the images.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So Toto is now on the jackfruit tree with a plate of pulao. Yes. We found him in the branches of jackfruit tree, the dish still in his arms. He remained there all afternoon, eating slowly through the rice, determined on finishing every grain. So Toto was very sure that he would eat each grain of rice very well. And then, in order to spite grandmother, who had screamed at him, spite means annoy, spite, annoy, or to make someone hurt or make someone angry. In order to annoy grandmother, who had screamed at him. Why did grandmother scream at Toto? Raya? Why did grandmother scream at Toto? Because grandmother saw that Toto was eating pulao, which was kept on the dining table. Okay. So in order to spite grandmother, who had screamed at him, he threw the dish down from the tree and chattered with delight when it broke into pieces. So what did Toto do? After eating the whole pulao, when he saw grandmother, he threw the plate onto the floor and he took delight in seeing that the plate was broken into 100 pieces. Toto was quite happy now. Obviously, Toto was not the sort of pet we could keep for long. Even grandfather realized that. We were not well-to-do. Well-to-do means rich or wealthy. His family, the author's family, was not so rich or not so wealthy. They were not well-to-do family and could not afford, could not bear the frequent loss of dishes, clothes, curtains, and wallpaper. So throughout we find that the moment Toto was brought into the house, he was destroying each and everything. He was creating lot of headaches for grandfather. So since the family was not rich enough, they were not able to bear the frequent loss. They were not able to afford the frequent loss of dishes, clothes, curtains, and wallpaper. So grandfather found the Tonga driver and sold Toto back to him only for 3 rupees. So towards the end of the story, we find that Toto was given back to the Tonga driver and he received just 3 rupees. For how much rupees he bought Toto from Tonga driver?
5 rupees.
For 5 rupees. Grandfather bought Toto from the Tonga driver for 5 rupees and he returned the monkey, the naughty monkey, to the Tonga driver by receiving just 3 rupees. Okay, so that is all about the story. We have come to the end of a humorous short story, The Adventures of Toto. I hope you all enjoyed it and it is clear. Do you have any doubts?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay, so I want all of you to go through the text thoroughly. I'll be sending a few questions in the WhatsApp. Okay, so after reading the story very well, please answer to those questions. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so shall we wind up for today?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you all. I'll meet you in the next session. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you, ma'am.